And now, let me introduce Alysa Taylor, Corporate Vice President of Microsoft Spain. Corporate Vice President of Microsoft. That's it. Okay.
From one perspective, it's a tool. From another perspective, it's a system that can make dreams, thoughts, ideas flourish. It's fundamentally about amplifying what every person is able to do. It takes what you prompt it with and just runs with it.
It's magic. The Microsoft Cloud is amplifying human ingenuity.
We're removing boundaries and creating opportunities to enable people.
And you've got a snapshot in time of exactly what's going on. It's quite impressive.
We're innovating at a scale, at a pace like never before.
Delivering transformational experiences.
No infrastructure changes, no additional personnel, no technical expertise needed.
It allows for the patient and doctor to be a patient and a doctor, like it used to be.
Safeguarding business and data.
One point that was very important for us is responsible AI.
Machine learning can de-bias the data for us.
Together, we can ensure AI's benefits reach every country, every industry, and every individual. When we empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more, we empower the world.
Bienvenidos. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here and joining us today. My name is Alysa Taylor, and I am very pleased to welcome you to the Microsoft AI Envision Tour. And our time here together, and the intent of the tour, is to really celebrate the sweeping technological change that we have seen across our lifetime. From the onset of the internet, to mobile, to cloud computing, and now with AI, we have seen that the right technology at the right time can spark transformation. And now, with AI, we see the opportunity across every individual, every team, and every industry to be completely reshaped and reimagined. And at Microsoft, we believe at the center of that opportunity is human ingenuity. And this notion that we have created called Copilot is how you enhance human ingenuity. And Copilot for us really lives in three different areas. The Microsoft Copilot, which is the AI human companion. The Copilot plus PC, which is bringing AI-enhanced sensibility to the hardware that we use every single day, and the Copilot Stack, which is the end-to-end AI platform. And if we think about the Microsoft Copilot, we are entering a new era where technology can actually predict our intent. It knows right what we need, when we need it, to solve any problem. And that's why we have created a family of copilots. A copilot for every function, for every role. And these copilots are designed to help individuals, to help us solve complex workflows, synthesize information, as well as execute on very specific tasks. And these copilots are taking the routine and the mundane tasks out of our everyday workplace. And it's literally changing how we work. We have seen that Copilot users have reported, 85% of Copilot users have reported that that technology has allowed them to focus on what is the most important task at hand. But what gets even more exciting is that 84% of Copilot users have reported that it is bringing creativity into their everyday workplace. And that is really exciting when we bring joy into everyday functions. But we also know that it's not just about the Copilots that we provide from Microsoft, but it's also the Copilots that you want to build for your very specific function and your organization. And that's where the Copilot Stack comes in. The Copilot Stack is the end-to-end AI platform. Everything from the latest in AI infrastructure, the silicon, to the largest collection and the most comprehensive set of models, to the AI tool chain and orchestration layer, so that you, your developers, can build highly tailored, very customized copilots. And these copilots, together with the Microsoft Copilot, are enabling completely new opportunities to emerge. And we've seen this across employee experiences. We've seen this with how organizations interact with their customers. We've seen it reshape entire business processes, as well as creating new lines of businesses. And the reason that this is important, if we look at just one of these, which is the employee experiences, is that we see, even today, all of us, we are struggling with keeping up with the pace of what's happening day to day. Large parts of our workforce are feeling burned out. And this is not an EU statement or a US statement. We see this globally. And it actually gets even more acute if you zoom in to a particular vertical, like healthcare. In healthcare, we see 2/3 of physicians experiencing burnout. 28% of nurses have indicated the intent to leave. And you couple this with the shortage of workers that we see. In the EU alone, we are lacking 1.8 million healthcare workers. So this is where AI is uniquely positioned to solve these very specific challenges, both in industry and with employees. And a great example of this is Lucerne Cantonal Hospital. Their administrative staff was tasked with the very complex job of scheduling over 3,000 nurses. And to schedule these nurses, they had to understand patient flows, patient needs, and then marry that up against nurse availability, as well as things like time off. And as you can imagine, done manually, that's an incredibly daunting task. But what Luke's knew is that in evaluating options, they could create an AI-driven scheduling platform. And this AI scheduling platform actually reasoned over all of the variables that I just talked about and automatically generated that weekly schedule for the nurses. The result is it took 2/3 of the manual effort out of the process. And that freed up the administrative staff to focus on what matters the most, which is the patients. But we know that there is the employee experience side of it, and equally important is how organizations serve their customer base. And we have seen rising customer demands in an unprecedented way. 71% of customers today expect highly personalized, tailored experiences. But the inverse of that is if they do not get that highly tailored, personalized experience, they're dissatisfied. And then you couple that with the need for immediate response. This is something that organizations across the globe are facing, of how do they engage with their customer base in that tailored, personalized way with immediacy. And there is no stranger to that than our very own Spanish football league, La Liga. La Liga has actually been able to rise to the challenge. They serve 2.8 billion fans worldwide, and those fans want to be immersed in their matches in a highly personalized, tailored way, and La Liga was able to do that by utilizing the 16 fixed cameras that they have in each one of their stadiums that takes an unprecedented 25 frames per second, taking all of that data and then being able to use it to actually project the match directly to the fans in near real time. But then they were able to take that a step further, and as the fans interacted with the fan engagement platform, they were actually able to analyze fan sentiment and understand how fans were interacting with the matches and be able to tailor personalized experiences as a result. And then the third benefit that they were able to recognize is to take that same data and put it in the hands of the coaches so that they could coach the players real time, actually enhancing the game itself. And this is a fantastic example of an organization that understands the needs of their customers and has used technology to rise to those needs. But let's hear from them directly.
Sorprendiendo a los fans una métrica a la vez. ¿Cuál fue la probabilidad de gol de Memphis contra el Granada?
Está muy lejos. Y 3% 25.
Between 5 and 10. 2.7% de probabilidad de gol.
2.7.
I think it helps you to understand the game better.
Beyond the stats, such a fantastic example of AI in action. So we talked about employee experiences, we talked about customer engagement, but there's also the operational side and how organizations are optimizing their operations. And this is something that we are all as leaders tasked with. Over 41% of leaders are uniquely in charge of optimizing and reshaping business processes. But the other interesting side of this is that a large majority of those individuals believe that AI can help them. And we are seeing this across all industries. If we look at the organization TR, they are using technology and AI specifically to optimize their construction sites directly, not only improving the experience on site, but also being able to understand where there are anomalies in the construction site and automatically correct for them. Volvo is taking their very large and complex invoicing processes and actually digitizing it and using AI to get invoices in the hands of their customers more quickly, both saving administrative time and being able to get billing done faster. And at Microsoft, we have actually used the Microsoft Copilot for Service to be able to improve our first-line respondents. So now triaging calls faster, 31% faster, and also saving costs in our call centers. These are just a few examples of many where organizations are able to use AI to reshape business processes, ultimately optimize their operations, and save cost. The last area that I wanted to highlight in terms of opportunity is bending the innovation curve. We are seeing AI in a very unique way be able to completely create new lines of business. We see this in drug discovery, we see it in chemical and materials manufacturing. And we see organizations that are actually standing up very unique centers of excellence to be able to explore where they can really uncover these new opportunities, these new lines of businesses. And I am so pleased to have one of those organizations joining us here today. Please join me in welcoming Maita Hidalgo, who is from Group Media Pro and the head of the AI Center for Excellence. Maita, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Please join me.
Thank you.
So, Maita, let's start. We talked about bending the innovation curve. Can you just start with talking about what Group Media Pro is tasked with and why the AI Center for Excellence? How is it coming to fruition?
Yeah, well, thanks for the inviting.
Thank you for being here.
At Group Media Pro, the AI Center of Excellence, our mission is to accelerate AI adoption.
Okay.
And I stress the fact of accelerating because the speed of AI that we are experiencing is so fast that we need to really orchestrate business value of AI into our business at the speed it's happening, right?
Yes.
So we are a very big company with 7,000 employees, 52 offices in 4 continents, and for us, our activity goes through the whole value chain of media, entertainment, and sports. So for us, this is paramount, that we can integrate AI for generating business value across all those business units. We have the Media Pro Studio, broadcasting services, exhibitions, experiences, channels, sport rights. So there are very different needs for creators and for business purposes, right? So what we have done is what we call mutual evangelism. For us, we are used to listen very often evangelism in terms of technology, but we think it should be mutual. We need to understand which are the wants and needs of the business units, and that's what we do at Group Media Pro as the Center of Excellence. As an example, last year we conducted 30 workshops with more than 500 executives and professionals to better understand which were the most relevant use case to be developed for impacting both their productivity, to boost efficiencies, as well as to generate new solutions, new services that they could leverage into market competitiveness, right? And this year as well, we are embarked on a process to harness the power of generative AI, of course, into the whole value chain.
I love this notion of mutual evangelism. That's unique, and sort of understanding both from the technology and the business side. That's fantastic. I talked a little bit about just a sampling of organizations and the outcomes that they are seeing with AI. But as you have gone through this exploration, what outcomes are you seeing? Like, what's actually coming to fruition from the AI Center of Excellence?
Yeah, we've been working already in many projects. Some of them are already in production as well. So they are paying off in terms of metrics, right? Every time we start defining a new proof of concept, a new use case, we work hand in hand with the business units to identify which are the KPIs that we will measure in terms of success.
That's very
So, as an example, now it's in production our AI-driven subtitling platform. We have within Media Pro a company which is MediaSur, which is focused on accessibility services, which is an area where the impact of AI is really beneficial, right? To make content accessible for more people. So within the Center of Excellence, the managers leading this project, both Andrea and Alejandro, they started the project having several weeks of meetings with MediaSur editors to identify which were the KPIs on each point of the process of subtitling, from receiving the files to transcription, semantic quality, etc., etc. So as of today, that the platform is on production, those KPIs, which are measured in terms of the minutes one editor can subtitle on an hour basis. We can disclose the minutes because that's our internal KPI.
I would ask you to do
that. But they have improved 70%.
70%?
Yeah, they have improved 70%. So, and that's an average for different type of contents because the level of difficulty that implies TV shows is not the same as TV news or films, etc. And the average for editors. So there are peaks even higher in some categories, right?
Oh, so the 70% is the average across all of that?
Yeah,
fantastic.
Right now.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. So, on my view, we are not just talking about efficiencies when we are increasing productivity. We are also talking about the capability of scaling the business faster, which is something really important on the current ecosystem where the rules of competition are changing.
Right.
So that's something necessary we need to get into.
So that competitive advantage and really taking advantage of that. So one of the things, obviously this is the Microsoft AI Tour, but I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on why Microsoft. There are many vendors that you can choose out there. So what made you choose to partner with Microsoft?
Trust.
Trust, I love that. All right,
yeah,
tell us
trust.
more.
I mean, we at Group Media Pro, we are a company of business experts, but also creators. So we are an audiovisual company with a lot of activity within the creators ecosystem. So with Gen AI impacting so heavily in all areas of an audiovisual business, we really need to partner with a leader, but that we can trust not just in terms of technology, but also in terms of the approach to responsible AI, ethics, copyright, etc. Because for us, that's the heart of our business. And beyond of that, I would like also to underline the fact that the teams we are working with on a daily basis are really supporting us. We both are working with the Spanish team, with Patricia Cortés and Gabriela Pulido. They are doing a great job. They are always available. They are
good
always.
To hear. We always love hearing that.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the day-to-day activity, you know. And actually, when we launched together the lab for synthetic media and AI, which we partnered with Microsoft on January this year, we even reinforce all the collaboration with the product owners of different technologies. So we work directly with the team which is defining neural voices, avatars, GPT vision, and that's great because we are accessing the technology first, we can test, and we can leverage all that accelerated path of experimentation into the business faster and working with engineers which are top worldwide. So
which
for
helps us.
The work model is great.
Yeah, the co-innovation, I think, is back to the sort of mutually beneficial. It's beneficial for us as well. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Any parting words or advice that you would give the audience today?
Yeah, I would like to underline the fact that we are on a moment with approaching AI in terms of responsibility is really important.
Yes.
We are building the foundation of that, and I think it's something we are integrating across companies with different politics, procedures, etc. But even on an individual basis, I think we are on a historical moment somehow,
I think so too, yeah.
And we need to make things right.
Yes.
So that's something that we need to bear in mind on the everyday business.
Could not agree more. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your partnership and the co-innovation that we've done together. I really appreciate it. So Maida's parting words, I think, are a perfect segue into what I want to close us out today, which is around trust. And I echo exactly what she said, which is we are at a unique and unprecedented time in the industry. And it really is around the responsibility that we all bring to bear around building AI solutions and bringing those to market. And so for us, what I wanted to leave you with was our enterprise AI commitments. And we take these very, very seriously because we believe that any AI solution, your data is your data. Your data is not used to train any of the underlying foundational models. Your data should be protected at every step of the way. And we also last fall introduced our customer copyright commitment, which is the ability, if you are using a Microsoft Copilot or you're using our Azure services, that Microsoft will indemnify against any copyright infringement. And so this enterprise commitment, coupled with our responsible AI principles, as well as the tools and services that we are bringing to market so that you can build your own responsible AI, is our overarching AI enterprise commitment. So we've talked today about all of the opportunity that we see in front of us, what we're seeing organizations do for their employees, for their customers, for the underlying operations, as well as the new aspects of the business. And so my hope is that our short time here this morning sparked for you ideas of what you can bring to your role, to your function, to the organization that you serve. And so I will leave you today as you embark on a full day of our Microsoft Envision AI Tour with the question, what will you do with AI? Thank you very much. Have a wonderful Envision and AI Tour.